Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So exterior wise, some of the house has wood lap siding. Some of it has T111 style siding. That kind of siding is prone to moisture damage, needs to be kept really well painted. There's some small areas of moisture damage. There's cracked caulk, you know. The soffits and the fascias are in pretty rough shape, you know. They need some paint. There's some fascias that look like they've been replaced but never got painted. There's quite a bit of heavy peeling paint under the soffits, things like that. The other big concern, I can just step down here.
Have you, you've taken photographs of everything and you're going to document this into a final report,
Yep,
right?
you get a whole report
Okay.
with pictures, captions, arrows, circles, describing all this kind
And
of
you
stuff.
can call Karen and talk to her about any details from the port, and I can talk to you about it, and we'll get bids on things and do some follow up on that. Yeah.
Big area of concern really is like this retaining wall under here, and this lower roof is just garbage. I mean, it's just done. It was never well built to begin with.
It almost looks like it traps water between it and the wall, and the exterior wall with that flashing.
Yeah. It's not flashed properly. I mean, there's a hole in the roof around the corner. It's on posts and piers that are not plumb. There's nothing good happening there. That should just be removed.
If that is gone, is there a flood concern for below?
Well, then you're gonna, I mean, really all that water off of that roof is just landing on the hill there and heading back towards the house anyway.
Okay.
So really, if you were to, I guess I hadn't thought this through, so I'm kind of shooting from the hip. If you were to replace it with a better structure and a better roof, you would put a gutter on it and grab that water and take it well away from the house.
Yeah.
Water is going to be an issue here. I mean, you're right by the creek. There's a sump pump, there's a sewage ejection pump. Those are two separate things. But there's a high water table. There's evidence of previous moisture in the basement. Doesn't surprise me. Actually, it's along this wall. No surprise there.
Do you know what the water table is or depth is?
No, but there's water sitting in that sump right now. You know, small amount.
Okay. So it's either the river or potentially higher, or the creek or higher.
Yeah.
The creek is below the basement house or the basement level.
Right.
Okay.
But what you have is water migrating towards the creek under the ground.
Yeah.
Right. That's part of what feeds a creek. So, monitoring that sump pump, making sure that's always functioning. It'll be interesting to see how often that cycles and runs. That's an older pump. You might want to invest in just a newer pump as like a piece of insurance policy that, because if that pump fails, that well's going to fill up with water and it'll just be coming, it's a cement well. So usually sump pumps are put in like a perforated sump, which is where like usually water kind of migrates in through the perforations, and like usually people often have run drainage to that sump, right? They're collecting water from other areas and moving it into one area and then asking the pump to
You mean
throw it out.
collecting it from different parts of the house?
Yeah, like from around a house or under a house. But this is a pump sitting in a solid concrete well. So, which also has the sewage ejection pump, which do you understand what that is?
No.
Okay, so that is a sealed crock, and it is collecting the sewage from the kitchen sink, the laundry, and the downstairs bathroom. So there's a big crock. It's because it's below grade, so it has to get the pump. It needs the pump to get it up to the sewer line. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you've got this big sealed crock. Poop and water and everything goes in there.
It comes from toilets too. It's not. That's not a separate line.
Right.
Got it.
And then there's a float in there. When it gets high enough, you'll hear the pump come on and it discharges it out into the sewer line. So you'll hear that running. That's part of why when I run water, I'm listening for that pump. Is it cycling? Is it doing its job? And I heard it kick on quite a few times because I had all the water running. Now, if the power is out, don't run water in those places because you're dependent on that pump to get rid of that water. If the power goes out, you want to just use your upstairs bathroom only.
Like ground level?
Yeah,
Is that okay?
the main level bathroom.
Okay.
Because
Just
it has
nothing in the
gravity.
basement.
Right, it has gravity, and
So just so I understand
Uh-huh.
the network of plumbing. So the ground level, I guess there's no bathroom upstairs or like water source upstairs, but ground
Right.
level, that goes straight into the sewer system. And then
except for the kitchen sink.
The kitchen
Seems
sink
like-
doesn't?
It seems like the kitchen sink is running down. It's under the main stack, and looks like it's going right into the also into the sewage ejection pump.
so the only thing that goes directly to the main sewer line is the bathroom on the ground level.
Mm-hmm.
Everything else goes into that sewage pump.
Seems like it. Yeah.
Okay.
It'd actually be interesting to so that was what Greg thought. Now I want to go turn on the kitchen sink and listen for the pump to come on, because then I could sort it out. I could isolate one thing, and that's a good thing to know, because if the power does go out, you don't want to you want to know what you can do and what you can't do.
Right.
Right.
And the main sewer line is out here somewhere, probably on the road.
It's out over here is where I saw him
Okay.
scoping.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. And Greg is the sewer scope guy.
Okay.
He does sewer scopes. He's probably did the radon get set today too?
Yeah.
Okay, we should probably close the door in that case.
It's.
I left it open for quite a bit of time, but
It's okay. I
Yeah.
had the
okay.
I have the main door. It's just this door
Okay,
is open.
great.
The other
Okay,
door
great,
is
great.
closed.